Alright, one more Magic 14 draft while it's still in the release queue thingies. Where's the card? Alright. So, this is interesting. You have a choice between two rares. This could potentially just completely take over the game, or it could just do absolutely nothing. Ogre Battle Driver is always going to be good and can potentially be very, very, very good. I think that's probably going to be the pick. Banisher Priest I like quite a bit. Claustrophobia I like. Blood Baron I like. Spore Mound I like. Oromancer, a little conditional, but very good. I'm going to go ahead and take the Ogre Battle Driver. I think it's just the best card here. Although I'm not a big fan of red in this set. I'm just not. Banisher Priest might be better. Elite Arcanist is potentially better, but is very, very vulnerable. Note that it only works with instants, so you can't put a Liturgy of Blood on it or something. So, okay. Did that, and we have here. Move that up. Pacifism's always very good. Deadly Recluse, good. Messenger Drake. Those are the ones I'm looking at. I've never played with this card, but it seems like it's not quite like the 6 mana do nothing enchantment. It's the land card. You can't even play additional lands off of it, so it's eventually it gets you card advantage, but it just takes a long time. I guess it doesn't necessarily take you that long. Yeah, that might actually be good. I don't know, right? Because it's a land card. Like, to get a card off of it, all you need to do is have a land on top. I mean, that can be. This is probably wrong. No, actually, I'm going to take the pacifism. Like, just pacifism is just always very good. Alright, so Shock, Blood Baron, Sliver. Those are probably the best cards in here. Act of Treason, Minotaur, Abomination, Stonehorn Chanter. I guess Stonehorn Chanter's good in this set, but I think I'll just go ahead and move in on red. Sure. Always good to have a shock. I think, like, if we got kind of a Chandra's Outrage, kind of a weenie thing going, Ogre Battle Driver, you can kind of build around that card. I mean, it's kind of fine on its own, but like Molten Birth is really good with Ogre Battle Driver. You know, just like, I mean, I guess anything that puts out creatures is good too, but I'm still going to take removal over pretty much anything. Well, there's Canyon Minotaur. We could just try and cut off red. That's probably not bad. Otherwise, we would probably move into black for either Blood Baron or Tenacious Dead. Maybe the Tenacious Dead. I like the black-red sacrifice thing. And it doesn't do anything with pacifism, but it's okay to move away from it. Tenacious Dead is easily abusable. Not easily, but it can just be a complete abuse of everything. Okay, the red cards are not really cards. And then there's Time Ebb, which I adore. Frostbreath, which I like. Voracious Worm is not so great. And there's Sentinel Sliver and Ranger's Guile. I think I'll just take a Time Ebb. I don't know. Stay a little bit open as to what the secondary color is to red. I mean, Sentinel Sliver or Voracious Worm would probably be okay. Maybe I feel like blue looks like it's open. Like, I just think Time Ebb should never be here this late. It's just so good. Well, we do have a legitimate red card. We do also have a legitimate black card. Red and black kind of work well together if we get the if we can wheel that Act of Treason we saw relatively early. I think it was the second pack. I'm not wild about any of these other cards. Low Congregate can be such a beating. Capetian Knight is playable. It's playable, but let's just go ahead and get the black thing going. Moving on black a little bit. Dragon Hatchling, I don't like. Cyclops Tyrant, I don't like. I don't really like any of these cards, but we'll take a red one. He's playable, but I don't like him. Blood Baron. This Wield? Okay, so yeah, we can move in on black-red. Altars Reap works in the Sacrifice deck. I don't think we missed on the Act of Treason. Minotaur Abomination's fine. Pitchburn Devils, that's awfully nice. I guess we just cut the Shadowborn Apostle. Never gonna run that. Alright, so it's a reasonable looking curve. I feel fine about all these cards. Ultra's Reap is a little bit awkward, and Cyclops Tyrant is kind of below power level for 6 drops, but then again, that's pretty much true of all the 6 drops in this set. I guess, what is... Well, not all the 6 drops. Shivan Dragon's obviously still fine, but the ones at common... No, actually the uncommon ones are... Well, no, the uncommon ones are usually the 5 drops, the Sarah Angels, the Messenger Drakes, and why they want us to play Elite Arcanist. Wow, this is a horrible pack for black and red. I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, Mark of the Vampire's fine. It's probably the pick, but I would have much rather be in white or blue or green. But what are you gonna do? Mark of the Vampire it is. That is one of the advantages to just going like mono-colored. Wow, this is no black cards, and I'm not running a second Cyclops Tyrant. I'm just gonna cut something here, I guess. Vastwood Hydra. What am I more afraid of, that or the Colonian Tusker? Probably the Tusker. Although this is removal resistant, kind of. Oh, rare draft. Dealt with it. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't have passed that shock in the first pack. I mean, Thunderstrike's fine. Minotaur Abomination is also fine-ish. This is definitely not the start I wanted here. Yeah, I don't think we really need a combat trick that badly. We need more sacrifice stuff, more Tenacious Dead, more Annoying Zombies, more Blood Barons, more Acts of Treason. Don't really need more Ultra's Reap, but it's fine. Ooh, Young Pyromancer. I think that's a thing. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I mean, we don't appear to have that many instants or sorceries, but we can get some more. Pretty sure that's going to be better than Academy Raider. It's also, I mean, it's a 2-1 for 2. It's fine. Also getting sacrifice stuff going. Okay, so this is a little bit interesting. This is the pack we like. We have the Act of Treason, Corpse Hauler, Festered Newt, and a Nightwing Shade. And Vampire Warlord is also fine. I think we're just going to go ahead and take the Act of Treason. Hopefully we should be able to get some more sacrifice outlets. We'd like to go up to 4 sacrifice outlets and do the same thing as the last video I did with you guys, I guess. So yeah. Hopefully we should, I mean, there's 4 good black cards here. So also that tells us that we probably were open on this side and just happened to have a bunch of crappy packs. Another Act of Treason. Great. Okay, now that we have 2 Acts of Treason, which also work well with the Young Pyromancer, More Blood Barons, more 9 zombies, more whatever. I think the Pitchburn Devils, especially in the Sacrifice deck, turn it into a 5 mana Lightning Bolt if you need it. It's fine. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good in this deck. We do need to get some more ways to sacrifice stuff. I mean, now we have 2 active trees, and we're going to run that, especially with the Young Pyromancer. A little awkward. No, you cannot cast or use the Pyromancer token to create a creature to sacrifice for Ultra's Reap. However, I'm trying to remember. Do you get... if you sacrifice Young Pyromancer to Ultra's Reap, do you get the thingy? I think you do, actually. Pretty mediocre combat trick. This is like the worst combat trick because it loses to Giant Growth and it loses to Show of Valor, but it beats no combat trick. So green was open too, looks like. But so I don't know. People say Sentinel Sliver is okay. I guess we could take it. Kind of want to just like cut an Elvish Mystic, but then how are they going to play their fatty that we can steal and sacrifice? I mean, so yeah, the 2 red cards we thought about taking here were wheeling. I guess I'll take a Dragon Hatchling if I have, like, because we're relatively removal light here. Pay No Heat is kind of bad against us. Seismic Stomp can be a thing, but I think Rod of Ruin is better in the sideboard, and I would like to get both these cards, but I'll take an additional sacrifice outlet. I'll prioritize that over a sacrifice target at this time. So starting to get a little bit of a deck together here. Would like to get another Blood Baron and possibly the the Barrage of Expendables. That's what it's called, the 1 mana enchantment that lets you start just killing guys. Wow, boy, foil and foil rare, or sorry, rare and mythic is Devout Invocation. That's not worth anything, right? Just checking. Not worth anything. 50 cents. Pretty sure Volcanic Geyser is what we want here. Just get some more removal. Again, this is a relatively weak pack for us. I mean, we could take the Nightmare. I still think we'd rather have removal. Especially a lot of games in this can go long, and this can be a lot of damage. So, another Pitchburn Devils. I think we just take the Tenacious Dead. It's good in what we're doing in this deck. It's not necessarily better than Corpse Hauler or Festering Newt or Pitchburn Devils. Lightning Talons is also a thing. It's pretty annoying, but I'll take it another Tenacious Dead. And then hopefully, I'll take a Cauldron at this point. If we see one, I'll take a Cauldron. Yeah, I'll take a Cauldron, and then maybe we can put this guy aside. Chandra's Outrage. Outrageous that it's still here. Outrageous. Yep. I do like the Corpse Hauler. I big fan of the Corpse Hauler. I think Nightwing Shade is a pretty good finisher in this format. Games kind of go long a lot of times, and something to do with your mana is good. Good. I mean, I could take a Fire Cat. It does fit the curve a little bit better, but I really don't. I want to get rid of the Cyclops Tyrant. I'll go Bubbling Cauldron. I think that's the pick. Yeah, I'll take a Bubbling Cauldron. Don't want another Minotaur Abomination, so I guess a Canyon Minotaur just kind of fills in the curve a little bit. want me to have all these Cyclops Tyrants. Undead Minotaur fills in the curve perfectly. It's not super powerful. I think we have enough sacrifice outlets. We don't need the Vampire Warlord, or a second one anyway. So I'll take that. You gotta start making some cuts here. I do actually like the Dragon Egg with a bunch of sacrifice outlets. It's pretty awkward without sacrifice outlets, especially if you're playing against a blue opponent. And I do like the Ring Flesh. I mean, it's kind of tends to be more of a combat trick, but it can do some other stuff. I'll take a Dragon Egg. Fills in the curve. Sacrifice a bull. Alright, so 9 Zombie Blood Baron, Bubbling Cauldron, Vampire Shade are my sacrifice outlets. That's good. Reasonable removal suite. Tenacious Dead. Would like to get another Blood Baron, just because he doesn't require any mana to sacrifice, and he gets good effects out of it. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Like if you can kind of just go on forever with 9 Zombie plus Tenacious Dead, but it's 4 mana for 1. They lose 1 and you gain 1, so it's a little bit awkward there. More Exit Treason. Let me go ahead and start cutting down here. Probably cut that. Duress for a sideboard. Sure. Don't think I need a second Duress. Lightning Talons can be pretty good. I'll probably leave it in the sideboard unless I see somebody who has inferior removal. Darksteel Ingot or yeah. Okay. No, I should have taken the equipment there. Might have actually played that. Maybe not. Alright, so let's see how this shakes out. Alright, so I'm just going to throw this in. I'm probably not going to run both of those Minotaur Abominations. One is fine, though. Zombie, Ultra's Reap, Tenacious Dead, Tenacious Dead. No, no. No, yes, 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 yes. Throw one of those in. Yeah, I'll throw both of them in there for now. Dragon Egg. Active Treasons. No, yes. No. Yes. Yes. And no. Alright, so this is not horrible. I'll cut 1 Minotaur Abomination, 1 Canyon Minotaur, and let's see here. One more cut, probably. Probably a Lightning Talon. They don't have that many creatures. This is a better aura, just in general. Just the lifelink is so huge. I mean, this could be better. We did not particularly get any evasive creatures, though, right? We just, like, whiff on Death Gaze. I mean, this is technically... technically, this is an evasive creature. Technically. But yeah. So let's see. Stats. See, I wish it would just tell you how many, instead of 21% instance, I would just say you have X instance, which in this case. Alright, so instance plus sorceries equals 30% of 21, which is like 7 probably, right? Which is good for Mr. Young Pyromancer. I got this. I'm comfortable doing this. We can just Tenacious Dead, 3 mana, gain 4 life every turn. It's pretty difficult to deal with. Whoa, what is going on with the time ebb? Did you see that? It was like completely out of time. Out of sync. Craziness. Craziness. Let's see. Let me separate out the spells. Yeah. I guess that's technically not a spell. Kind of it is. 2 Chandra's Outrages. That's good. Mark of the Vampire, Nightwing Shade. A little bit heavy on the 5-drops. You could make a case I should cut one of them for Canyon Minotaur, but that just seems silly. If I had like a good quality 4-drop, which so like if I had the 3/2 Intimidator in black, I would cut probably cut I don't know, Pitchburn Devils is good in this deck. Oh well, I don't have to think about it. I might cut Minotaur Abomination, although he just kind of shuts down the ground in this format, unless they're playing green, and then you just, well. So no Liturgy of the Dead, no Quag Sicknesses. That was an interesting draft. But we got 2 Acts of Treason, which is kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing. 4 Sacrifice Outlets seems good to me. Yeah, alright, so let's... Probably going to be 9/8 favoring Swamps, although that's a little bit awkward with this and this and this and that. Sort by color. No, I guess we can, no. I guess 9/8 favoring Mountains. Did not realize. Seems like we were heavier on black. Oh, alright. Like, yeah, I'm not really complaining about the ability to destroy stuff. Removal, because I have 2 Chandra's Outrage, a Shock, and 2 Pitchburn Devils, Volcanic Geyser, 2 Acts of Treason. I mean, really, that's quite a bit. But it is weird. I didn't even see Liturgy of Blood, I don't think. Maybe I saw 1 Liturgy of Blood. 1 Quag Sickness, maybe. But, I mean, it happens. So, we're not going to go quite that heavy. Especially, you need black mana to activate 9 Zombie and Nightwing Shade. So, this seems like a pretty reasonable deck. We will see how it does.